Welcome back to Kababayan Today. We have an esteemed panel of Filipino Americans, and it's time to make predictions for this year's 88th Academy Awards, or what most people call the Oscars. And the nominees for Best Picture are...
The nominees for Best Picture for this year's Oscars are The Big Short, Bridges of Spies with Tom Hanks, Brooklyn, Mad Max Fury Road, The Martian, The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio, Room, and lastly, Spotlight.
So I only watched 4 of the films that are nominated because I didn't get the screeners for the other ones. So Yong, what do you think is going to take the Oscar for Best Picture this year?
Well, it's hard to say, but I think The Revenant and Spotlight would be neck and neck.
Okay, what about you, Francis? Who's your bet?
I'm not sure, but I'm going for The Revenant in terms of how they created that film and the lighting and some of the technical aspects of that. And
okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people are talking about Iñárritu and how he filmed this, right? He filmed it in sequence, which is really unheard of in film, and all the people that worked on the film had to also live in that environment. So that's pretty impressive. He's the only director of color in the entire film category for Best Picture. What do you think, David?
I thought it was an extraordinary film. I mean, it's such a big, huge, massive, epic production, but still a very intimate story of a father and a son. And I was really moved by it and inspired by it. And you know, the other films on the list are great, but this, I think, is in a very different category. I think it's a masterpiece.
Oh, wow. Masterpiece. Wow. Winston?
If the question is, who do we think will win?
Yes.
The scuttlebutt that I've heard, I think, points to Spotlight. And I agree with what Dave said, but I believe Spotlight is probably going to edge out The Big Short.
Huh. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Ngayon naman, panoorin natin who the nominees are for Best Actor.
Best Actor nominee, Bryan Cranston, Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, Michael Fassbender, and lastly, Eddie Redmayne.
Okay, Eddie Redmayne won the award last year for his performance. For what film was it? Where he
Theory
was
of Everything.
Theory of Everything. Amazing. I was a big fan of The Danish Girl this year. As much as I want that film to win, I know it's not going to win. I know he's not going to win. They're not going to give it to him two years in a row.
Right.
Maybe,
Unless
but they're going to give it to Leonardo. I feel because, you know, it's a long time coming for him. What do you think, Yong?
I'd like to think this is getting it for the Titanic or the Departed. It's a career win.
Okay, Francis?
Yeah, Leo too. I'm going for Leo.
What do you think?
I think definitely Leonardo DiCaprio, but I think he really deserves it too. I think it's a pretty extraordinary performance.
Right.
I'm going to go with Leonardo DiCaprio just because I think he's the closest we have to a Pinoy candidate. His name sounds actually Pinoy. He grew up in the Los Feliz area, and he used to be a frequent shopper of Tatak Filipino when it was around.
Oh, hey! Yes. Great trivia. Okay, let's take a look at our nominees for Best Actress.
This year's nominees for Best Actress for the Academy Award are Cate Blanchett, Brie Larson, Jennifer Lawrence, Charlotte Rampling, Saoirse Ronan.
What are your bets for Best Actress?
It's going to be Brie Larson. Yeah.
Okay, and
This is
Winston?
a career-making role for Brie Larson.
All right, unanimous decision. Okay, we don't have time anymore, but just some last messages for our kababayans. Yong, how can we change the conversation to Filipino Americans in the entertainment industry?
Well, you know, I always ask this to directors that I've interviewed, how do you do it? It's just boils down to always create, do something. Don't just dream about it, do something about
don't just talk about it,
Yeah.
Filipinos, do it, right? Francis?
Just keep supporting our filmmakers, our producers, our writers, actors, and keep championing them, you know, and get them out there.
Okay, David?
There's so much creative talent in our community that we also need the support of our business leaders and people who are, you know, able in small ways even to help finance our projects. And as you said, it does come down to money. So we need to have the money, resources to make the films and then put them out there. And once we have that opportunity, our work will flourish. There's no doubt about it.
Wonderful. Last words, Winston Emano.
Well, it's an oft-repeated one by now, but you know, history, as they say, belongs to the writers, right? It's our history. The writers are with us. The talent is with us. Let's create history.
Naks naman! What a way to end the show. Thank you to our wonderful panel for joining us. I know you guys are so busy. You've made the time. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat po mga kababayan for watching us. Remember, the Oscars are this Sunday. I want you to watch. Send us your messages, what you thought of our show today. Maraming salamat po. Ako po si Tongi, signing off and cut.